Welcome to crocodilemtg. Hello everyone and welcome. This is Jordan and this is crocodilemtg, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we are going to play some mono red burn. This is a creature heavy hand, but with burn, I think creatures are one of your best outsources of damage, so we did decide to keep it. We'll see what our opponent's is on here in a second. We are using the two new cards from Ravnica Allegiance, Light Up the Stage and Skewer the Critics. Possibly Infect here. No, it looks like Spirits. Alright, we're going to go ahead and run out a Goblin Guide here. So our main deck is completely mono red. In the sideboard, we are actually running... we're running two lands in the form of Blood Crypt and Sacred Foundry, and we're just using that to kind of sort out our sideboard here, giving us a little more options. We have Rakdos Charm, which might actually be good in this matchup since our opponent's going kind of wide. It also is good against control, exiling graveyards, or against affinity, you know, destroying artifacts. Alright, so our opponent's off to the races. They've actually dealt quite a bit of damage to themselves, which is good for us. So what do I want to run out here? I think I want to run out a Goblin Guide and a Lavamancer. I'll start with the Goblin Guide. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. That was silly of me. Burn player cannot be missing attack steps like that. That was bad. That was poor. I think I said this in the last video, but playing a lot of Arena and going from the analog just click, click, click to attack all, and then going back to MTGO where you're clicking, you know, OK, right click, attack all. Very different. Can be problematic. That being said, I don't think we're in a terrible spot here. Alright, so our opponent is down to 11 here. Alright, this is pretty good for us. So that was wrong from our opponent. Alright, so I'm going to start out with a Swift Spear. I'm going to grab a mountain from our deck here. I think our opponent might just be dead here. Oop, I'm sorry guys. An alarm's going off. Alright, so how do we want to sequence this? Our opponent can go block, block. I think we just want to attempt to deal 2 to this. Our opponent probably sacks Selfless Spirit, I'm assuming. And then in response to the sack, I can Lava Spike it, or Lightning Bolt it, which triggers a Prowess on our Swift Spear. Alright, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to get in for 6. I don't want our opponent to throw down another dragon. Drag Skull Captain, sorry. So our opponent would actually be 4 less here if I would have attacked last turn. Okay, interesting. Okay. So our opponent protects their Drag Skull captain. I forgot about the wanderer. I think I'm still going to attack here. He gets to kill one of these goblin guides for free, but I still get in for 4. He has Spell Queller on top of the deck. Alright. That's really rough. Not attacking that one turn, just... It could have been such a different game right now. Alright, so we have 3 cards in grave. Alright, I'm going to run out this Lava Spike. I'll see what our opponent chooses to do here. Alright, so I'm going to start with... I think I just want to attack with the Swift Spear here. Do I even want to attack? I do. I want to attack. So our opponent's actually in a predicament, which some of you may have seen. If he uses both his Horizon Canopies, I can just kill him with Lavamancer. So he can't actually collect a company here. And by the way, our opponent is at 4 life, and I know I missed that attack earlier, which would have made last attack lethal, or this Lava Spike lethal. But I think we're still in a good position. Okay, so Rattle Chains comes down. I'm assuming the Rattle Chains just chumps blocks. Now the question is, right, I think I have to kill. I have to kill the captain. So now Rattle Chains is just a chump blocker. And if he, I guess if he finds a land, he has, in second main, I'm going to play out this other Lavamancer. That way, if he finds Path to Exile or something, I don't remember if Spirits runs Path main board or if it's just a sideboard card. Alright, so Rattle Chains is a chump blocker. Alright, and now we play out this Lavamancer. And alright. So our opponent has to do something without using his 2 Horizon Canopies. And I think that's going to be very hard to do. He can't enter this untapped. Our opponent's just really restricted on mana right now. I think I just have this game. If I draw any source of damage, I mean, even on board right now, I think I have it. Because we only have 2 cards in grave, so what we're actually going to do is attack with one of these Grim Lavamancers. And then even if he has a Rattle Chains or something, I'm still getting in for 2. Okay, Swift Spear just locks it up. Alright, he has to have something. And then I'm just going to deal 2. Botanical Sanctum. Alright, so our opponent... What are they going to do? Collective Company? Alright. So what do we want against Spirits? These Ensnaring Bridges are pretty good, because they have a lot of lore creatures, and if they're not expecting the Ensnaring Bridge... The other thing I'm debating bringing in is 1 or 2 of these Rakdos Charms. The reason for that is it deals... Oh, wait. Yeah, I read that right. Each creature deals 1 damage to his controller. So if they're in kind of a go-wide strategy, I think that's worth bringing in. Because that can be like a Burrow's Charm at some points, dealing 4 damage. The other thing I'm debating bringing in is these path to exiles, though. Maybe I bring in all of those. So what am I bringing in here? Path, Ensnaring Bridge, Rakdos Charm. Do I even like Rakdos Charm? Probably not. Because he has like Mausoleum Wanderer and the Selfless Spirit, which he can just sack in response, and then it doesn't work the way I want it to. Are a lot of his creatures 2 toughness? Is it worth bringing in the Searing Blood? I feel like the majority of his deck is, but I'm not... Is this a match he brings in Geist to Saint Draft? Probably. Alright, so I think these Rift Bolts are pretty slow. And I think a Searing Blaze is rough. Maybe it's just another Rift Bolt. This might be wrong. We'll reevaluate. Oh, I don't need that Blood Crypt. Too late. Alright, so we have the Ensnaring Bridge in hand. I'll keep this. Our opponent's on the play, but we have Goblin Guide turn 1 and Lightning Bolt Goblin Guide turn 2. And then Ensnaring Bridge turn 3. Maybe I should have cut a couple creatures since we brought in the Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, so... Alright, a Wanderer to start off things. Alright. Grim Lavamancer was a good pickup here. Right click, attack all. I'm going to try not to click through any attack steps for the rest of this. Worship. Alright, interesting. So our opponent has Worship in hand. That's an important one to remember. Alright, we're gonna... Here, we'll put this off to the side. Don't forget Worship. That could be an issue for us. Alright, so we have Noble Hierarch here, pumping the Mausoleum Wanderer. I kind of think we need to bolt this Noble. I think it's just too... I think getting Worship down is just really bad for us. Alright, so I'm going to attack with 2 Goblin Guides here. Alright, and they have Knight of Autumn. Well, Knight of Autumn on top. So I'm hoping our opponent is a little mana screwed here, which it looks like they might be. Okay. This is a new card from Thalia. Okay. So we actually have a lot of damage on board here. Alright. I almost clicked through again. Attack all. So we're going to start with attacking. Alright, our opponent finds a land, and they found a second land. Okay, so we just gave our opponent 2 lands. Alright, now the question is, do I want to play out this Ensnaring Bridge, or... It's probably just the Grim Lavamancer. Our opponent's going up to 14 here. I'm assuming they play Knight of Autumn. I can't imagine they don't. Alright. so I'll grab a mountain here. Actually, do we leave up? No, I think I just lava spike here. Alright, we'll pass the turn. Our opponent goes up to 11 here, and they have a chump blocker. But we can just kill it with Grim Lavamancer. Alright, interesting choice. I guess Horizon Canopy deals 1 to them as opposed to Temple Garden that deals 2. Alright, so our opponent is going to go up to 10 here. Let me read Worship. So I don't actually have any enchantment or removal in this version. Alright, so what's the play here? We drew Path, but I fetched last turn and didn't grab our... That may have been a misstep on my part. So they're going to probably try and play Worship next turn. So we know 3 of the 5 cards in their hand. I think this turn I definitely kill the Knight. And then I'm going to swing in for 4. And he's either going to chump block or take the damage. And we'll see what's on top of their library. Because if he just plays out the Worship next turn, he just loses. Alright, so the captain's on top. If he wants to play out this Worship, or if he wants to play out the Collected Company, he has to pay 3 mana to do that. Alright, we don't have him on board right now. We'll see what he plays next turn. Alright, so our opponent plays Captain, goes down to 5. I think I have to Shard Volley the Mausoleum Wanderer. You need a blue mana if you're playing the Captain. Just going to tap the Hollowed Fountain for blue. I'm assuming he's playing the Captain here. I think I respond with Shard Volley on the Wanderer. I do. And then, even if he chumps blocks here, he has to take 2. So what if I don't do that? What happens? I untap, I Shard Volley, he wanders for 2, and I have to wait a turn? Or it'd be the same thing. I'm going to Shard Volley this. I think we're just too far ahead. Because if I get in for 2 next turn, it just shuts off the Horizon Canopy again. And he has to find an untapped mana to pretty much do anything. Alright, so he played the Temple. Alright, we actually found the mana. We could have killed him this turn. Actually, we still can. So if we fetch for Sacred Foundry, there we go. Path. Our opponent died with a Worship in hand, so that's good for us. Alright, and our opponent concedes. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video.